What would happen if Earth was swallowed by a black hole? Among the most mysterious and terrifying objects in the universe are black holes. They are regions of space where gravity is so strong that nothing, not even light, can escape. Born from the collapse of massive stars, black holes defy our understanding of physics and bend the very fabric of reality. But what if one day a black hole drifted too close to our solar system? What would happen if Earth itself was swallowed by a black hole? The answer is both fascinating and terrifying, stretching our imaginations to the very limits of science. The story would begin long before Earth was actually consumed. If a black hole approached our solar system, the first sign would be its gravity. Even from vast distances, a black hole's pull would disturb the orbits of planets. Neptune and Uranus might shift slightly, then Saturn and Jupiter would wobble, and eventually Earth's orbit would destabilize. Days and nights would grow unpredictable. Seasons would falter, and our planet's delicate balance would be thrown into chaos. As the black hole drew closer, tidal forces would become immense. Unlike ordinary tides caused by the moon, these forces would stretch and compress the Earth itself. Oceans would rise in colossal waves. Earthquakes would tear across continents, and volcanoes would erupt violently. The planet would groan under the strain, as gravity pulled harder on one side than the other, twisting Earth like a piece of clay. Life as we know it would collapse long before the final fall into the black hole. At a certain point, Earth would cross what is known as the event horizon, the boundary beyond which nothing can return. From the outside, it would appear as though Earth froze at the edge, slowing down and fading into darkness as light itself bent around the black hole. For those on Earth, however, the experience would be very different. Time itself would begin to stretch. To an outside observer, our final moments would last forever. But for us, they would pass in a flash. As Earth fell deeper into the black hole's gravity, an effect known as spaghettification would occur. The pull of gravity would be stronger at our feet than at our heads, stretching our bodies and, indeed, the entire planet into long, thin strands. Mountains, oceans, and cities would elongate and tear apart, dissolving into streams of matter, spiraling into the black hole. The Earth would be shredded. Before it even reached the singularity at the core, the singularity itself is a mystery beyond human comprehension. It is a point of infinite density where the known laws of physics break down. Matter, energy, space, and even time collapse into a single point. What happens inside is unknown. Some theories suggest everything is crushed into nothingness, while others speculate that matter could emerge into another universe through a wormhole. If Earth fell into a black hole, its ultimate fate might be to vanish completely or to reappear in a place we cannot yet imagine. The destruction of Earth would not go unnoticed in the cosmos. As matter spiraled into the black hole, it would form an accretion disgust, swirling ring of superheated gas and debris glowing brighter than 1,000,000 suns. To distant observers, the death of Earth would be marked by a brilliant flare of energy, a final cry of light as our world was devoured. Telescopes across the galaxy might record the event, but no message would ever escape to tell our story. For humanity, there would be no escape. Technology today is nowhere near powerful enough to move our planet or flee the solar system. Even if we had starships outrunning a black hole's gravity, would be nearly impossible once it came too close. Our only chance would be to detect such a threat millions of years in advance and attempt to migrate to another star system. But if the black hole appeared suddenly, perhaps wandering into our neighborhood unseen, our fate would be sealed. Beyond the destruction, the thought of Earth falling into a black hole raises deeper questions about existence. If time itself slows near a black hole, what would our final moments feel like? Would we experience eternity in the blink of an eye? Would consciousness itself stretch and warp under the crushing force of gravity? These questions blur the line between science and philosophy, reminding us of the limits of human understanding. Black holes are not only destroyers, they are also creators. Some theories suggest that matter consumed by black holes could one day be reborn as part of new stars and galaxies. In this sense, if Earth was swallowed, its atoms might eventually become part of something new, scattered across the universe in ways we cannot predict. The destruction of our world might be just another step in the cosmic cycle of death and rebirth. It is worth remembering that while this scenario is terrifying, it is extremely unlikely. The nearest known black hole is thousands of light years away, and the chances of one drifting close enough to consume Earth are astronomically small. Yet the thought experiment teaches us about the fragile place we occupy in the universe. We live on a tiny planet orbiting an ordinary star, in a galaxy filled with forces far beyond our control. Black holes remind us of the vastness of space and the power of nature itself. In the end, if Earth were swallowed by a black hole, it would be the ultimate end of everything we know, our history, our culture, our species, and our world. There would be no survivors, no archives, no memory of who we were. Our story would vanish into darkness, carried into a realm beyond time and space. And yet, in a strange way, we would become part of the universe's grander story. Our atoms scattered into the endless tapestry of creation. The thought of Earth disappearing into a black hole is terrifying, but it is also humbling. It reminds us that life is fragile, precious, and fleeting. It challenges us to cherish our planet, to care for one another, and to marvel at the rare gift of existence. Because in a universe where black holes lurk in the shadows, the fact that we are here at all alive, aware and capable of wonder is nothing short of extraordinary.